Also this week, a mass shooting after an illegal sideshow interrupted a Juneteenth celebration, and the push to recall the mayor made the ballot. ABC 7 News reporter J.R. Stone has new reaction from the community concerned with the mayor's silence and safety in the city.
Where's Sheng Thao? Where's Sheng Thao?
Voices directed at Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao appear to be getting louder. The mayor has not spoken publicly since the FBI raided her home last Thursday in what sources say is a public corruption investigation. She also hasn't spoken since at least 15 people were shot last Wednesday near Lake Merritt.
She's supposed to be our leader. She don't even know what we don't even know what she is. She didn't even come and apologize to what's going on with our city. These people that got shot, like, she didn't even come and say, we hope y'all get better.
There are now enough signatures, more than 40,000, to allow the measure on the ballot. Those here, though, say the concern at this exact moment is not the recall, but the city budget that will soon need to be passed.
This budget right now, if they pass it, will bankrupt this city.
We reached out to Mayor Sheng Thao's office to get her take on that, but got no response. Officials do confirm that public safety jobs will take a hit.
After 15 people were shot at Lake Merritt this week, Sheng Thao and Nikki Bass want to cut 172 personnel out of our public safety. The city of Oakland cannot take that.
That number comes from a database site called Oakland Report. The Oakland Police Officer Association president confirms that the new budget will freeze and eliminate 34 police officer positions, dropping the total number of officers to 678. The POA president says 91 officer positions have been frozen and eliminated in Oakland in the last year alone.
We expect her to be here when there are 15 people getting shot and stabbed a few days ago, and the mayor is absent.
All right, guys, so we got to follow up on this bombshell story out of Oakland, California, that involves the mayor, the woke mayor of the city, getting her house raided by the FBI. It seems as if she is under FBI investigation for potential influence peddling and campaign finance violations. Okay, we really don't know, but that is what people are speculating due to the woke mayor Sheng Thao going missing. Okay, we can't get any answers from her because after a major shooting and the FBI raiding her home and recall, this woman went into Joe Biden mode. Okay, they put her in the basement and she was nowhere to be found, okay? Nobody knew where she was. Like, she had legitimately went missing, right? This is what the news was reporting, okay? And it's just so funny because the residents of Oakland, they didn't back down, right? They weren't like, oh, let's chill out, okay? This woman is clearly panicking in a basement somewhere, right? Nah, we're not going to chill out. We're going to show up to her house and demand that she come out of hiding. Show your face, okay? I'm just saying, that's kind of based. Low-key, that's kind of based, okay? You got to give him credit for that. But now, Sheng Thao has come out of hiding because, again, you have accusations of influence peddling. You have somebody that worked for her campaign coming out as a whistleblower and saying that, yeah, her campaign, her administration is for sale, and I talked to the FBI about this, okay? So, again, Sheng Thao has to address these concerns, okay? Or things can get really, really, really ugly in Oakland. So she came out and addressed the concerns. And, of course, she played the victimhood card, okay? But I'm going to walk you through what she said so you guys can see how deranged this woman is, because she definitely is losing her mind behind closed doors right now. She's definitely going to crack under pressure, okay? She was in tears, okay? She came out saying that, listen, I am innocent. And she's so shocked by the FBI raiding her house without any prior notice, okay? Enough notice to allow her to, I don't know, destroy the evidence, okay? Like Hillary, okay? So I'm just saying that she is complaining about what I would define as an invasion of privacy, which I understand. She is concerned about that. Like, you guys should be concerned about it as well, too, especially online, which is why the sponsor of this video is Aura. Have you done an internet search of you or your loved ones lately? If not, you should try it. At least for me, it is pretty scary stuff to see all of your information out there on the internet just for anybody to find. And this is because data brokers are selling your information to anybody, including spammers and scammers and fraudsters who are looking to target people like you. This is why I love using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps me reduce how much spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who can use this information in order to get access to my social media accounts, bank accounts, and other sensitive private information. And I know you guys have heard about this bombshell story from AT&T that over 73 million customer records, both existing and former customers, were released on the dark web. They highly recommend that those affected use strong passwords, monitor account activity, and consider credit freezes or fraud alerts from credit bureaus. I'm happy to tell you that Aura does all this for me. And best of all, I do not have to download several different apps just because a company could not keep my data secure. If my data was compromised by the AT&T breach, I would not worry at all because Aura is always on. They are always working hard to make sure that your data is protected and secure. I value my privacy and I value yours. This is why you can go to aura.com/BCP to start your free 2-week trial. Also linked below in the description.
I have done nothing wrong. I can tell you with confidence that this investigation is not about me. I have not been charged with a crime, and I am confident that I will not be charged with a crime because I am innocent. Just like you, I am seeking answers from the U.S. Attorney about what is happening and why. Why I wasn't offered the opportunity to cooperate voluntarily. I want to know what probable cause the FBI has. What evidence have they collected that justifies raiding the home of a sitting mayor without notice and without the courtesy of a conversation? Like any mother, my first priority immediately following the FBI intrusion was to ensure that my son and I were safe. It's hard to imagine now. By the time my first thought was that the FBI was at my door to help me, to protect me. When the FBI broke into my house, I thought the worst had happened. That my choice to serve my city as a public official had threatened the physical safety of my family. My worst nightmare. But what it would turn out to be, a nightmare of an entirely different kind.
Yeah, so the mayor claims that she was shocked about this FBI raid and that she is innocent, okay? She's innocent. She's demanding answers, okay? But apparently she already has the answers because she came up with what the left-wing media would describe as a conspiracy theory if a Republican mayor said something like this, but it surely sounds like a conspiracy theory to me. Mayor Thao came up with this grand conspiracy about how this raid is happening because of this effort from rich people in Oakland who are paying for a recall election that she says won't work, while at the same time coordinating with the right-wing media in order to, I don't know, coordinate with the FBI in regards to when they're going to raid her house, okay? Because apparently this was all planned by some group of rich right-wing extremists who are coming after her because she is poor and that this would not have happened to her if she was born rich. I'm not making this up. I wrote a clip.
Just hours prior, a small group of billionaires from Piedmont and San Francisco had succeeded in buying a recall election to oust me in November. And in doing so, they were not only aiming to undermine the outcome of a fair and free election, but they empowered a dangerous man with a history of assault weapons violations to further attack me and my family. I want to know more about the handful of billionaires from San Francisco and from Piedmont who are hell-bent on running me out of office. I want to know why, the day following the qualification of a recall election, funded by some of the richest people in the Bay Area, seemed like the right day to execute a warrant. I want to know how the TV cameras knew to show up on my sleepy residential street so early in the morning to capture footage of the raid. And I want to know why Fox News and Breitbart were so prepared to fan the flames and to tell a story that they want to tell, to bend the facts to shape a narrative. I have a lot of questions and I will get answers. We all will get answers. The timing of all this is troubling, and we should all be concerned. We now have an active recall campaign that is a waste of time and public resources, and I have questions. Is that this wouldn't have gone down the way it did if I was rich, if I had gone to elite private schools, or if I had come from money. I know that for sure because former elected officials are sitting safely in their houses, in the hills right now with campaign finance violations piling up, mountains of evidence that prove actual wrongdoing. Their front doors remain intact, their reputations preserved, their innocence presumed until proven guilty. They will never face this indignity. This I know for sure because I was born poor in America, and that teaches you a lot about the world from day one. I know many of you know exactly how this feels. Sitting with your head in your hands, scared, angry, scared to look too angry in fear of how you might make the situation worse, feeling the injustice in every bone in your body, knowing if you cry out and demand for answers, you will do nothing but cement the judgment they have rooted deep in their mind. I see you. I really see you. But I will not be bullied, and I will not be disparaged, and I will not be threatened out of this office. There are a lot of radical right-wing forces who know they will never win an election in Oakland fair and square. They know their extreme views are at odds with our Oakland values, but they have built the rules to protect and preserve their power and maintain dominance over the rest of us. We are a threat to that order.
Yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but I think that this woman is a psychopath, right? I'm so serious right now. A communist psychopath, to be more specific, okay? Because to me, that speech, this speech, was filled with dog whistles to the woke victimhood left as she tries to make it seem like this is a battle between the rich people in Oakland and her, okay, because she represents the poor and she has been victimized like her constituents, the people that support her, and she sees people that are just like her, which again apparently are a victim of society, okay, that's fighting against the rich right-wing forces that are funding this recall against her, and I guess also coordinating with Biden's DOJ and FBI.
We are a threat to that order. I know that. The people who supports me know that. You see, this was never going to be an easy fight. But I tell you, it's most definitely a fight worth winning. I will continue to lift up those most vulnerable, to lead by example, to prove that this system might not be designed for us, but we can and we will build a brighter future for our children. This is my mission as your mayor. And I thank you for seeing me in this moment, one of the hardest moments of my life. I am a mother, a fighter, a survivor. And when my parents came to this country fleeing genocide, they never could have imagined that their daughter would one day be mayor of Oakland. I am my ancestors' wildest dreams, and I am your mayor, Mayor Sheng Thao. Thank you.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that, okay? I'm not sure what it is about left-wing politicians who get caught out on corruption, blaming the right-wing forces for what clearly and obviously is not something coming from the right, okay? I mean, you have people who are normal people saying, hey, we don't agree with your corruption. We want you to not be so far left, but apparently that makes you right wing. Okay, you're in the same boat with Fox News, right, and other channels as well too, and you're coordinating with the FBI, which is ran by the Biden administration. Again, this is the same type of card that Brandon Johnson tried to pull in Chicago. Okay, well, it's right-wing forces, okay? They're the reason why Democrat cities with black mayors are getting sent illegal immigrants. You mean sanctuary cities, right? I'm just saying that's actually what's going on here. You said you're a sanctuary city. This is what you want, okay? And now all of a sudden you want to boohoo-whine and cry about right-wing forces because you're getting what your city policy states that you want. You accept illegal immigrants, you take care of them, right? So yeah, in this case of Mayor Sheng Thao, I don't think that this has anything to do with right-wing forces. I think most forces in Oakland are left-wing, okay? They might not be progressive, but liberal is certainly not right-wing, right? There might be liberals who are actually saying in Oakland who are saying, yeah, we don't want you to be mayor anymore, right? Like, you are failing at your job, right? And we need to replace you with somebody else, okay? So again, that's what's happening. What's actually happening is democracy, right? I thought this is what Democrats like, right? I thought this is what they like. The recall election should be welcomed and celebrated by the crusaders of democracy, okay? Ain't it funny how that works? Okay, when Democrats actually experience democracy, they really don't like it too much, but they boohoo-whine and cry about Republicans trying to overthrow democracy while they just overtly don't really care about democracy or want democracy, okay? They hate democracy, okay? So what we have here is Mayor Sheng Thao just making a bunch of excuses, pretending that, hey, yeah, if I was rich, this would not have happened to me, right? Okay, well, why did Mar-a-Lago get raided? If being rich protects you from getting raided, okay, by the FBI, then why did Trump get raided? What happened? Just saying, apparently Trump doesn't get that rich people protection, okay? Now, again, in the case of Trump, yeah, we know that that's politically motivated, okay? And in this case with this woman, it could be politically motivated. I don't know, but I'm inclined to believe that she probably messed up so bad, okay, that whatever she did was so bad, along with the fact that she was a terrible mayor, okay, who probably were making the Democrats look bad, especially going into this election. They say, you know what? She's a pawn that can be sacrificed, right? We can sacrifice the pawn by essentially having the FBI go after her, get rid of her, okay, to say, hey, listen, we go after our own, right? The DOJ is not weaponized. We went after Tiffany Henyard, right? And Sheng Thao, so-called women of color. But again, what is the common denominator with these mayors? Not just that they're corrupt, okay? Because corruption is not what gets you investigated. If that was the case, the whole Democrat Party would be investigated, okay? And found guilty. But when you are a bad mayor, when you're essentially performing terribly, when you have your town actively revolting against you, which is what's happening in Oakland and what's happening in Dalton with the ghetto super mayor. Okay, so when you look at it, right, if you're performing terribly, so you're making us look bad, and we know we have dirt on you because all Democrats are dirty, hey, you know what? We'll just pull your card. We'll get rid of you. And then it makes us look like, hey, we're not weaponizing the system. And it's a win-win because we get rid of a bad apple mayor that's making us look bad. And we can say that, hey, we went after our own. Right now, again, this is coming as Trump's hush money trial is not really moving the needle. Most people believe it was politically motivated because it was obviously politically motivated, right? So again, you're having these mayors, these people who are unpopular, okay, that are corrupt. I wouldn't be surprised if they're just pawns being sacrificed by the Democrats, again, in order to try to, you know, take some heat off the DOJ and what happened to Trump. I'm just saying, okay, to make it more believable that it was fair, because they know that a vast majority of American people aren't buying it, okay? That is how this works, okay? I can come up with my own conspiracy theories. You see how that works, Mayor Sheng Thao? Okay, since you can come up with your own conspiracy theory, I can come up with my own conspiracy and say that, hey, I think that that's what's actually going on here, right? I think that you are, in fact, corrupt. You probably did what they're investigating you for. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it. You definitely did it. And, hey, if you weren't such a bad mayor and a useful sacrifice for the Democrats politically, then they probably would not have done this. But since, again, you're such a terrible mayor, and you just show why you're so terrible in that press conference, okay? You're out here in tears saying that it's right-wing forces coming after me because of a poor girl, right? Yeah. You're showing exactly why your town is revolting against you. You're in over your skis. Step down, right? You should step down immediately. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.